99% of our students come to us and they're better at the music. They're lacking in the marketing. So let's go through the biggest marketing mistakes to avoid. If you don't know, I'm Justin. I run Cosmic Academy. An artist development school, we've been around now for over 10 years. We have over 700 students and they get incredible results. They sign to the biggest labels like Defected, Toolroom, Armada, Anjuna, Monstercat. They play the biggest shows like EDC, Ultra, Tomorrowland. And they're able to do these things because they do excellent in the marketing. So let's go through the biggest mistakes that I've seen over the last 10 plus years of teaching this program. First, you just smash that like button. I don't know what it does. I heard that it gives hot chocolate or hot cocoa to penguins. Penguins, they live in the North Pole, the South Pole. It's really, really cold. And sometimes they just want a nice cup of hot cocoa, hot chocolate. Smash that like button, give them the hot chocolate. Just do it. The first mistake with marketing music is people will say that they're waiting for the right time. I hear this a lot. Justin, I'm waiting for the right time to launch my brand. Or they're waiting for the right time for their music to be ready. And that's completely backwards. The best way to explain this is by thinking about all of this stuff in a physical space. So pretend like you're at a club, you're at a nightclub, and you're about to debut this song, this music that you've been working on for all this time, right? Now, because you haven't done any marketing, right? You've been waiting to do the marketing. No one is at the club. There's no fans. So you're about to play this song and the song is now ready, the music is now ready, and now you have to do the marketing. So now you gotta run out of the club and it's an empty club, so you gotta run across the street, and you gotta run down the block and give out flyers, say, hey everybody, come inside the club now. I'm ready to show you this new song. And these strangers are like, who the hell are you? Now let's think about it in the opposite way. Let's pretend that you started marketing already. You started marketing before the music was there, before the music was ready, and the club is already packed. There's already fans and people that you've been marketing to that are excited, anticipating what you're going to show them, what you're going to play for them, this music that you've been working on. So you do not have to wait until your music is ready. You should actually start building up your audience before that, and then there'll be people there when you release it. The next problem is you're waiting for perfect. So it's not just waiting for the right time, but it's also waiting for perfect. Students tell me that they're waiting to start their marketing until they learn the platforms better, until they perfect the design. Or I hear this other one a lot. They have a friend who's really good at this stuff and they do this stuff really well. Well, you don't have to do this stuff that well. You don't have to be perfect when you're doing your marketing. You're going to learn and get better by doing. How am I so sure? Look at this page. Look at our YouTube page that you're currently watching. 18 months ago, we relaunched this page. It was dead. There was no fans. And check out what my videos look like 18 months ago. I'll put it up on the screen. Look at what this video looks like when we started and look at it now. We've made over 100 videos in the last 18 months, and we've gained over 10,000 subscribers. By the way, speaking of subscribers, if you aren't currently following us, smash that subscribe. We have tons of great videos like this coming. We don't want you to miss it. But the point is, we didn't wait for perfect. We just started doing. We just started putting out the content. Your videos don't have to be perfect. Your content doesn't have to be perfect. Just start now and you'll get there. Which brings me to the next mistake, the lack of consistency. You can't expect to grow a fan base by posting once every 3 months. We've gained over 200,000 fans on Instagram by making thousands of posts over the last 10 years. We can look at our students. Take a look at Nostalgics on TikTok. She's at over 20,000 followers. And sometimes her TikToks get over 10,000 views. But scroll all the way down her page, go all the way down, and you will see hundreds and hundreds of posts. It's all consistency. Consistency will help you with everything. Like I said before, even if it's not perfect, start a schedule and just tell yourself you're going to post every week or in a certain amount of frequency. And even if you think it sucks, well, most likely, in that case, you're probably just overthinking it. Which brings us to the next mistake, overthinking. We work a lot on this in our program. Yes, the Cosmic Academy program that I'm constantly referencing, it's not just a music production school. It's not just, oh, we talk to you about signing records and marketing, but there is a lot about the mental side. If you are interested in going deeper and going further and taking this to the next level, I'm going to put a link below in the comments for you to apply to our program. We're always looking for great people to join. But yes, in our program, we work on this overthinking. And everyone does it. We all overthink, but I promise it's not worth it it when it comes to social media, and I'd like to prove it to you. There's two statistics that I love telling my students when it comes to overthinking. The first one is that the average person scrolls the Empire State Building. Look at my thumb. The average person scrolls like this on TikTok and Instagram, the length of the Empire State Building when they go on. So they're sitting there, and they're scrolling with their thumb on the feed for an hour. Maybe they'll see your post, maybe they'll like it, maybe they'll go right past it. But they're not going to really care. They're not going to sit there and dive into it too much. The other statistic that I love, and I think this one really helps with the overthinking, is that the average person forgets everything they engaged with on social media within about 72 hours. Think about it for a second. Do you really remember the content that you double tapped or that you liked from 3-4 days ago? Probably not. So no one is going to care that much about your post, about your dog, and techno music. And when I say that, no one's going to care, that's not a bad thing. Think about it as a good thing. People have busy lives. People have daily stresses. And I'm sure you do too. Your marketing of your song to them is not that big of a deal in the grand scheme of life. And that's okay. Which brings us to the next mistake. You're taking it way too serious and you're not having fun. Never forget, you're in the fun business. I tell my students all the time, you're not a cardiologist. Cardiologists are heart doctors. They literally save lives. The goal of their job is to save lives. Your goal is to make good music. And sure, that's a beautiful thing on its own. But playing your music at a festival or a club or getting it on the radio, that's not life or death. People listen to music and go to shows because it's fun. So when you're doing your marketing, when you're doing your content, please remember this. If you take it way too serious, then people might kind of be turned off by it. If they wanted serious stuff, they would probably not be checking out any music content. So try to have fun. You're doing this whole thing because you love it. Don't forget that. And try to express that in your content. The next mistake, and this is a huge one, is comparing yourself to others. When you compare yourself to other DJs or other producers, it's a terrible, terrible mistake. There's two reasons why this will hurt you. First off, you're comparing your step 1 to their step 10. Looking at what Diplo is doing will not help you. He's in a completely different world than you are right now. He's making content about touring. He's making content about hanging out with celebrities. He's going to Burning Man. He's on a jet. And let's be real, you're not there yet. So you can't do that kind of content. Trying to imitate a successful artist you like is unwise. And the other reason why it will hurt you, and definitely why you should never compare yourself to other artists, is their journey at their time was completely different than yours. So yeah, you could look back and see what deadmau5 did when he was starting in 2008, 2009. Well, what's that going to do for you? In 2008, Instagram didn't exist. There was no TikTok. He was doing completely different things on completely different platforms. So please, please, please do not compare yourself to other artists. The next mistake, looking for shortcuts. Students always come to me with these different shortcuts, whether it's buying fake fans, paying to be on a playlist, running advertisements. It never works. You know when people have fake fans, it's obvious now. Or think about the other thing I mentioned, when you see an ad for music. Have you ever clicked on an ad for music on Instagram? Probably not. All these shortcuts, they just try to replace the real work of making organic content. Cosmic Academy, our business, we don't run ads. You've never seen it. We've built our socials, our business, and have gotten tons of fans by just making organic content. There's a quote I love about this. There is no elevator to success. You have to take the stairs. Yes, it's going to probably suck at the beginning. Yes, it's going to take some time to start seeing results. But that's how it goes for everyone. I look at my student Mansion. He does this great content angle where he puts out videos and reels of him taking like an emo song from like the emo genre and mashing it up and turning it into like a house song or a bass song. Now he'll make that content and it gets 200,000 on a reel. But he was making them dozens or hundreds of times prior for months and months and months and barely breaking 1,000 views. But he followed the method. He didn't try to take any shortcuts, and now he's getting the results. So that's what it takes. Now, if you want more on how to fix this stuff and really make the most of your marketing, I'm going to put up this video next. Definitely watch that one. That's going to take this to the next level. I'll see you in there.